Close your eyes and imagine this. You're running for your life. Behind you, a tiger's hot breath on your neck. Ahead of you, nothing but a cliff edge and certain death. You grab a vine, swing over the edge, and then you see two mice, one white, one black, gnawing through your only lifeline. What would you do? Tonight, I'm going to tell you an ancient Zen story that holds the secret to peace in the most impossible moments. A story that changed how thousands of people sleep, how they worry, how they live. Stay with me, and you'll discover why the answer to fear is a strawberry. Let the world fade away. Get comfortable. And let's begin. There once lived a traveler in ancient Japan. His name has been forgotten by time, but his story remains. This man had spent his entire life running from poverty, running from failure, running from the shadows of his past. He believed that somewhere just beyond the next mountain, peace was waiting for him. One autumn afternoon, while crossing through a remote forest, he heard it. A sound that turned his blood to ice. The low, rumbling growl of a tiger. He turned slowly. There, between the trees, golden eyes locked onto him. The tiger was massive, its muscles rippling beneath orange and black stripes. This was no ordinary animal. This was a creature that had tasted human fear before. The man ran. His heart hammered against his ribs. Branches whipped his face. His breath came in ragged gasps. The tiger was faster, stronger, relentless. He could hear its paws thundering behind him, could feel the heat of its presence closing in. And then, the ground disappeared. He had reached a cliff, a sheer drop into darkness, hundreds of feet down to jagged rocks and crashing waves. Behind him, the tiger emerged from the trees, its lips pulled back in a snarl that showed every gleaming tooth. The man had seconds. His eyes darted wildly and found salvation, a thick vine growing down the cliff face. Without thinking, he grabbed it and swung himself over the edge, his feet dangling in empty air. The tiger roared above him, pacing at the cliff's edge, too heavy to follow. The man clung to the vine, his fingers white-knuckled, his whole body shaking. For a moment, he thought he was saved. Then he looked down and saw the second tiger. It waited at the bottom of the cliff, circling, patient. Its eyes never left him. The man's mind raced. He couldn't climb up. He couldn't climb down. He was trapped between two certain deaths, hanging on a vine in the fading afternoon light. And that's when he noticed the mice. Two mice, one white as snow, one black as midnight, appeared at the top of the cliff where the vine was rooted. They looked at him with bright, curious eyes. And then they began to gnaw. Their tiny teeth worked steadily, methodically, chewing through the fibers of the vine. Each bite brought him closer to falling. The white mouse gnawed. The black mouse gnawed. Day and night, working together to sever his last thread of life. The man realized with absolute clarity, there was no escape. Above him, death. Below him, death. And in his hands, a rope being slowly cut by time itself. What happened next changed everything. But first, if you're finding peace in this story, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. These ancient Zen tales can transform your sleep, your stress, your entire relationship with worry. Click that button now, then come right back. I'll wait. Welcome back. So there he hung, between the tigers, between the mice, between life and death. And in that moment of absolute helplessness, something extraordinary happened. His eyes fell upon a wild strawberry growing from a crack in the cliff face, just within arm's reach. It was perfectly ripe, red as a ruby, glistening with morning dew. The man reached out carefully, keeping his grip on the vine with one hand. He plucked the strawberry and brought it to his lips. He ate it slowly, and it was the most delicious thing he had ever tasted. sweet, perfect, alive. In that moment, suspended between two tigers, his lifeline being gnawed away by mice, death absolutely certain, he experienced pure joy. Not despite the danger. Because of it. The strawberry didn't save him from the tigers. It didn't stop the mice. It didn't change his situation by a single degree. But it changed everything. You might be wondering, what does this strange story have to do with sleep? With peace? With you lying here tonight? Everything. Let me tell you what this Zen master tale really means. The two tigers represent the past and the future. One tiger is every regret, every mistake, every if only that haunts you. The other is every fear, every anxiety, every terrible thing that might happen tomorrow. The cliff represents this present moment, the only place you actually exist. The vine is your life, and the two mice? One white, one black. They're day and night. Time itself, always gnawing, always bringing you closer to the inevitable end. This is the human condition. We hang between regret and anxiety, watching time consume our days, knowing that eventually, the vine will break. Most people spend their entire lives paralyzed by this reality. They can't enjoy anything because the tiger of the past keeps roaring. They can't rest because the tiger of the future prowls below. They watch the mice nervously, counting days, dreading the end. They forget about the strawberry. The strawberry is this moment. It's the breath you're taking right now. The softness of your pillow. The temperature of the air on your skin. The sound of my voice, guiding you deeper into relaxation. The strawberry is every small, perfect thing that exists only now. A Zen master once said, "When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep." Sounds simple, doesn't it? But when was the last time you ate without thinking about something else? When was the last time you lay down to sleep without your mind racing to yesterday or tomorrow? The man on the cliff discovered something that took him a lifetime of running to understand. Peace isn't found by escaping the tigers. Peace is found by tasting the strawberry while the tigers roar. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you don't need to solve all your problems. You don't need to fix your past or control your future. The tigers will always be there. The mice will always gnaw. But right now, in this moment, you can rest. You can let your body sink deeper into the bed. You can let your breath slow and soften. You can taste the strawberry of this peaceful moment. Here's what the Zen masters knew that modern life makes us forget. Trying to fight the tigers only makes them stronger. The man on the cliff didn't defeat the tiger above or the tiger below. He didn't convince the mice to stop gnawing. He didn't perform some heroic escape. He simply let go of the struggle. Not the vine. He didn't let go of life itself. But he let go of the desperate, exhausting fight against reality. And in that surrender, he found something the tigers could never touch. How many tigers are prowling around your mind right now? The tiger of work stress. The tiger of relationship worries. The tiger of health fears. The tiger of money anxiety. The tiger of what if I fail? And the tiger of why did I do that? You've been running from them for so long. Tonight you can stop running. Let them roar. They're going to anyway. But you don't have to listen. You don't have to engage. You can be like the man on the cliff, fully aware of the danger, fully aware of time passing, and still choosing to taste the sweetness of now. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your thoughts drift past like clouds. The tigers can't reach you here, in this moment of peace. You might be wondering, what happened to the man on the cliff? The old stories don't tell us. And that's not an accident. Some say the vine broke and he fell. Some say he climbed to safety. Some say he's still there, hanging between the tigers, eating strawberries that grow along the cliff face. But here's the truth the Zen masters want you to understand. It doesn't matter. The point of the story isn't whether he survived. The point is that he discovered how to live while facing death. He found peace in impossible circumstances. He tasted joy while hanging by a thread. That's the practice. That's the path. Every night when you lie down to sleep, you're practicing a small death. You let go of control. You surrender to unconsciousness. You trust that you'll wake up, but you have no guarantee. And yet you do it. Because somewhere deep inside, you know, the point isn't to live forever. The point is to be fully alive in the time you have. The strawberry is sweeter because the mice are gnawing. The moment is more precious because it's fleeting. Your breath is a gift because one day it will stop. Sleep, then, is not an escape from life. It's a practice in trusting it. Before we close, I want to leave you with this. Tomorrow the tigers will be waiting. The mice will continue their work. The vine will be a little more frayed. But there will also be strawberries. Small moments of perfect beauty. A morning cup of coffee. Sunlight through a window. A kind word from a stranger. The feeling of clean sheets. A child's laughter. The first bite of something delicious. These are your strawberries. The world will try to convince you they don't matter. It will say you should be worrying, planning, grinding, achieving, fighting the tigers with everything you have. But the man on the cliff teaches us differently. He teaches us that the strawberry, the present moment fully tasted, is not a distraction from life. It is life. Everything else is just stories about tigers. So tonight, as you drift into sleep, let this be your practice. Notice the strawberry of this moment, the comfort you feel, the safety of this space, the quiet that surrounds you, the rhythm of your breathing slow and steady. Let the tigers roar in the distance. Let the mice gnaw away. You don't need to solve everything tonight. You don't need to be anywhere but here. And here right now you are safe. You are enough. You are exactly where you need to be. If this story brought you peace tonight, please subscribe to this channel. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment telling me which strawberries you found today. And tomorrow, when you wake up and the tigers return, remember, you know what to do. Taste the strawberry. Sweet dreams.